Hello, my name is John Churchill. I'm one of the chaplains here at Share Your Heart. And I'm bringing you the word of the week, and that word for this week is the word hope. Now, a couple years ago, I found myself in kind of a weird situation. I gained so much weight that I weighed the most that I'd ever weighed in my entire life. Now, throughout my life, weight has been a problem. I've struggled with it, but this time it had gone to a new level. And obviously, that's not a good thing for my health. I've got grandchildren, and I want to be around for them, and being that heavy doesn't help me live a long and healthy life. So I needed to do something about it. So what I did, I hired a health coach. I hired someone who had over 20 years of experience helping people just like me. And he's a natural optimist, and he essentially said to me, John, I don't want you to worry about this. I just want you to do what I asked you to do, and you'll lose weight, and you'll get healthy. In other words, he was telling me to put my confidence in him, to trust him to get me where I needed to be. Well, I did trust him, and I followed his direction, and I lost over 30 pounds, and I'm still not completely where I'd like to be, but I'm a lot closer than I was before. Elpizo is the Greek verb meaning to hope, to expect, to place one's confidence in. My health coach asked me to put my hope, my expectation, and my confidence in him, and I did, and it paid off. The Greek word elpizo is much like the Spanish word esperar, which also means to hope, to expect. It's not like, I hope it works out. Elpizo, like esperar, implies a confident expectation rooted in trust. It's not wishful thinking. The word elpizo appears over 30 times in the New Testament, and it always centers on the idea of actively trusting God with the future. In Romans 15:13, the Apostle Paul says, May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that by the power of the Holy Spirit you may abound in hope. In 1 Timothy 4:10, Paul also says, For to this end we toil and strive, because we have our hope set on the living God. Elpizo reminds us that hope is a verb. It is something that we do actively, placing our trust, our confidence in God and His promises, even in the midst of uncertain times. This word is especially powerful because it reframes hope as a daily act of trust. And when Paul says we hope in the living God, he says our entire life leans forward into the future that God has for us. Hope is believing the best about the future, not because we believe in the future itself, but because we believe in the one who already holds the future. So we have every right to hope. We can expect the best because that's what God has promised. Our hope isn't wishful thinking. It's confidence that He will see us through every situation. Napoleon Bonaparte said, a leader is a dealer in hope. And when you're ministering to people as a Share Your Heart volunteer chaplain, remember you are a dealer in hope. Help those you serve to move their focus from their problem to the problem solver, God. They can put their hope, their expectation, their confidence in the God who is working for their best and for their good. Have a great week.